Hey everyone! Okay, so I am here today with another Hitch Fit amazing online transformation. This is Sherry. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited to be here and excited to share your story. It's going to be an incredibly inspiring one for a lot of women, so I'm looking forward to our little interview here. So let's kind of get started with where you began a few months ago when you first found Hitch Fit, found out about Hitch Fit. I want you to just kind of tell us a little bit about why you wanted to do something like this for yourself. What place were you at in your life?
Okay. I was grumbling about how I felt and how my pants were fitting, looking at the fall. Getting back into my jeans was going to be a little bit difficult, and my daughter-in-law called me and said, hey, you know how you've been talking about losing some weight and getting back in shape? My manager just finished this program and she looks amazing. And it took her 12 weeks and she looks fabulous, and I think I'm going to do it. Here's the name of it if you want to go check it out. So I went online, I got the Hitch Fit information. I went online, looked at the pictures, read the biographies that were out there, and did my research. And my first response was, "Oh no, I'm not doing this. I'm not lifting all that weight. Look at all these gorgeous young bodybuilders." But I have a friend who's a Hitch Fit trainer, and I talked with Sarah Sutherland, and Sarah said, "You can do this. You know, this program works for everyone. It's about being the best you." And so I took a deep breath and I jumped in the deep end of the pool.
Yep.
And here I am 12 weeks later.
So you are 56.
Yes.
Grandmother of 7?
7 and a half.
And a half. You just had you
Have
got one in the oven.
One in the oven.
One's bacon.
Yep.
And I remember the very first message that you sent to me. I remember you questioning whether this was something that was suitable for you.
I was most worried about getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was a program designed by young people, so it must be for young people, and I was afraid that I would get 2 or 3 weeks in, try to do something with some dumbbell or push too hard, and that I'd get injured. I know other women worry about bulking up or getting too muscular. None of that was on my radar. I was worried I would get hurt, and I didn't. I mean, I was sore.
Yeah. Because
you do that kind of new exercise that your body's not used to. And there were days I was pretty fatigued, but I never was too hurt to work out. I didn't have recovery problems, and I didn't have any trouble following the nutrition plan.
Good. Now you did your workouts at home, but then you actually decided to come in and work with Sarah. Also did some one-on-one training with Sarah just to give you a little.
I did the work with Sarah about once every 3 weeks or so, and I did that because number one, I wanted to break up what I was doing at home a little bit. I really wanted to challenge myself to use some heavy weight, and it's harder to do that when you're by yourself because you don't have a spotter.
Yep.
So when I would come in with Sarah, there's some machines in the gym that she would help me use, and she could push me, show me some new things. We always did things in my session with Sarah that were different than what I was doing at home, so I had some variety.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I got to push myself having a spotter a little bit. It was hard work.
Yeah.
I would tell her she was mean sometimes, but
she's kind of mean.
Yeah, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I did it.
Yeah, that's
great. And I'm
great.
still doing it. We're going to work together every couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's great for, we have a lot of online clients all around the world, really, so it's wonderful when we have people that are here close to home base that can actually come in and be a part of what's actually going on in here. It's pretty cool.
And even though there's a video that we get that shows us how to do the exercises, which was really helpful for me. I consulted the video a lot. Every time my new exercise would show up, I would have to go back and look at it again, make sure I was doing it the right way. I could kind of practice that with Sarah and say, okay, if I do it like this, and she'd say, no, you need to, push your arm this way a little bit more, or don't torque your elbow, or she could really fine tune that a little bit with me.
It's good. So you were very good about checking in with me throughout this whole process, which is, I tell people to take advantage of that side of things too, because that accountability I think it helps keep you on track, and we always end up seeing better progress with people that really embrace that side of things. It helps me also just get to know you better, get to know your personality and the things that you're dealing with a little bit better. But you were really one of those clients that was determined, and you just stuck with it. I mean, through trips, you had vacations, holidays, and you were just like, hey,
I'm doing it.
I'm doing this.
We did a whole week in Orlando, Florida, and I did intense split body routines in the morning at the hotel gym.
Heck yeah!
And then spent the whole day at Universal Studios. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your stats, because these are really, really impressive. And like you had mentioned before, when you went on the site, if you look at the site, we actually have a lot of women, especially in their 40s, and I'm getting more of my women who are in their 50s and even getting closer to their 60s that are finally allowing me to also share their stories, which is really exciting, because it's not that we don't have a lot of clients in those age ranges. It's just I have a lot that are a little shyer than.
We're not used to the two-piece baby.
Yeah, they're not used to that
kind of look anymore.
But so that's why I'm excited to share this. So scale-wise, you were not overweight. You were at 134 pounds, but your body fat was coming in at a 37%. And over the course of this transformation, you are down to a 17-18% reading body fat wise, which is beyond excellent. It's incredible. You dropped 10 inches off your waist. I mean, and hips, you're what, at about 7.5 inches off of your waist. It's amazing. Scale wise, only went from 134 to 126. So you were able to really build a lot of lean muscle tissue, which is incredibly important too.
I was surprised to see that. I really didn't, I'd never done strength training, so I didn't know how that worked exactly. I mean, I understood repetitions with dumbbells, but I didn't really know what was possible in terms of toning and what would happen to my body, and I was as surprised as you were.
I wasn't surprised.
Perhaps when that started happening, especially because the scale weight didn't change a lot, but the body
we had a major body composition
changed a lot.
change.
Yeah, there was a big change in how I felt. My clothes started fitting really differently, and that's when I could really tell that it was coming off and really getting lean.
And just even what was happening internally, it just, as far as being, helping to prevent osteoporosis in the future, just those bones being stronger. You mentioned you'd gone to your doctor and your cholesterol had dropped 50 points.
50 points.
It's amazing.
And he said to me, you can put patients on a drug called a statin, like a Lipitor or a Simvastatin or something, and he said when we do that, we hope that patients get a 10 or 20% improvement. But he said people don't, I dropped 30% of my cholesterol. And that was I was probably only in week 6 or 7 when that happened. So he just looked at me and said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it, because it's really helping inside as well as outside.
That's cool. So now that you're here, what is kind of your plan going forward?
Well, to keep it up, maintenance is something to look forward to and to learn how to do, and I need to do that. I don't think you're ever satisfied once you start seeing the change. Now I look at it and I think, oh, well, I still have some over there I want to take care of, and I still want to firm that up, and I'd still like to build that leg muscle, so I'm going to keep doing my strength training. I have a good spot at home to do that, and my dog is my faithful workout partner.
Nice.
He guards all my workouts, and then a new baby coming in the spring who I'll be taking care of for a year, so that'll keep me pretty busy.
Oh yeah, that's fun. So finishing up, what would your advice be to someone who is you a couple months ago before you started? What would your advice be to that person?
In short, really, you have nothing to lose. You can be better than what you were. I think you have to be careful not to compare yourself to other people. We are all very unique. So you are never too old to start something new. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen is you have to go slower. Your results are a little slower.
Yep.
But so what? I used to work in the medical field with a rehab PhD, and she told me everyone at every age can bring their body to a better place. They worked with the elderly, they worked with people who were wheelchair bound, and she really taught me some years ago that you can apply yourself and get to be a better you. You just have to decide that you're going to start doing it.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, excellent job.
Thank you.
I truly believe you're going to inspire a lot of people, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys again soon.